What's up, guys? My name is Robert Donaldson, and today we are back with episode number 31 of Rob's Best Bets for the date of December 30th, 2022. As always, you can find me on Twitter at RobDFB, and if you want more content like this in the future, please hit the like and subscribe button because it really does help out a ton. And before we get into this video, let's recap Thursday, and it was horrible. I mean, nothing else you can really say about that. Bet sizing really killed us for the most part because it isn't like we got swept or anything like that, but it is what it is, and tomorrow's a new day, and I think it's a pretty good day. So let's bounce back and get right back into the green, and let's jump right into these picks. All right, for our first pick of the day, we are taking a look at a Metro Atlantic Conference matchup between Quinnipiac and Siena. And to keep this one short, I really like Siena getting the 4 points on the road in this one. Truly, I think the wrong team is favored here, so I love getting the points. And I'm going to stay away from the money line just because I do think Quinnipiac is a good team in their own right. But in an evenly matched up kind of game, when you're getting more than one possession, I love it. So for 2 units, give me Siena getting the 4 points for our first pick of the day. For our second bet of the day, we are taking a look at an ACC matchup between Notre Dame and Miami. And this is a trap line if I've ever seen one. And listen, Mike Brey is still the head coach of Notre Dame, and at some point, they're going to start playing like a Notre Dame team under Mike Brey. And this is a tight line for a reason, so I think it's a pretty good assumption that this is going to be a get-right spot for Notre Dame. And for that reason, I love laying 2 units here on Notre Dame with the points, 3 points. And also, let's throw an additional unit down here on the money line for our second play of the day. For pick number 3, we are headed over to college football and taking a look at a bowl game here between South Carolina and Notre Dame, and this is another spot where I think the wrong team is favored. Listen, South Carolina finished the regular season hotter than any team in the country, and South Carolina isn't getting killed by opt-outs in this game, and honestly, I just think they're flat out better in this spot. So for 3 units, give me the Gamecocks getting the 3.5 points for our third play of the day. For pick number 4, we are taking a look at a highly anticipated Pac-12 matchup between USC and Washington. And we've been betting Washington a lot this season, and for good reason, because they've improved remarkably in a season where their head coach, Mike Hopkins, has found himself in the hot seat. And although they've had a couple injuries that have derailed their progress, I still like them delivering a statement here and beating USC outright. So for 3 units, give me the Huskies on the money line for our fourth play of the day. For pick number 5, we've got an off-the-radar matchup between Chicago State and Ohio. And Chicago State is another team who has been printing money for us this year, despite sporting a 3-13 win-loss record. Listen, they might be the best 3-13 team I've ever seen in college basketball, and that's because they can score, they can defend, and they can compete against quality opponents. And I really like Chicago State getting 12 points in this spot. I really do think that there's going to be points in this game where you're starting to think, should I sprinkle the money line? I wouldn't. They just can't close out games, especially on the free throw line. But if we're getting 12 points, I love that, laying 3 units here. So let's keep making money with the Cougars. For pick number 6, we are taking a look at an interconference matchup between Vanderbilt and Southeastern Louisiana. And once again, we are seeing a team in Southeastern Louisiana who we've been betting on quite a bit this season, and they're getting 15.5 points in this one. And I just don't get it. On Vanderbilt's side, they turn the ball over at an alarmingly high rate, and they don't excel from the perimeter, and that plays right into Southeastern Louisiana strengths because they do excel from the perimeter. They do push a fast pace. They force turnovers without turning the ball over on offense. I just don't think Vanderbilt has the firepower to cover 15.5 points here, and I have no issue taking the Lions to cover that line for 4 units. All right, for our final pick of the day, we've got a very fun Big Ten MAC matchup between Buffalo and Michigan State, and this Buffalo team isn't as heralded as in years past when they had Nate Oates leading the charge, obviously, but this Bulls team is still very good, and Michigan State hasn't looked like Michigan State. So why is this line sitting at 15.5? Well, Michigan State's getting Malik Hall back, and that is an absolute game changer for the Spartans, and I really don't see them coming out flat in this one, especially after seeing their rival Michigan drop a game at home to Central Michigan on Thursday. So with that said, let's throw 4 units on Michigan State here to cover the 15.5 points. It's a boatload against a good team, but there's a reason why the line is where it's at. So let's take Sparty here to cover that for 4 units for our final play of the day. All that being said, there will not be any additional Twitter free plays for today. I'm leaving it all here on the video for you guys. But if you do want to show some love, definitely feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. And as always, guys, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.